Time for the make or break point in our Mega Man 3 run. Yeah, it's off to the Doc Robot stages. Now, when I was originally sitting down to record this, I thought that our two failures in this run came in Doc Shadow stage, jumping into spikes, and the Doc Needle Crashman boss fight. But we're starting with Doc Spark, which has me leading to believe that our spike drop failure was in this stage. Because normally, I'd take on the hardest ones first in a full-fledged run like this. After all, we got 4 pretty tough stages to go through in one go, and we're also going to do the Breakman fight after. So yeah, let's get this party started. One thing I'm happy for, the Sparkman gears work pretty much the same way they always did. They feel like they're bigger platforms than they seem, and they are. You get a little bit extra on the edge. It's not like Mega Man 5 where they are just one block gears that'll push you into a pit. Gemini laser actually doing the trick. Well, I guess that means we're going to be using our weapons as best we can like usual. Because let's face it, we're not going to get too many more opportunities to make Gemini laser look good. Metal Man is our first rematch up here, and we are going to take care of him. Although it's not going to be that easy using Magnet Missile. It's going to want to go after the metal blades more than it does the Metal Man. Thanks for flying right off there. That's not how it's supposed to work, game. Music doesn't stop when you beat a boss, but instead changes back to the normal theme when you exit the boss shutter. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking the failure was right in that drop. Just seems to be the case. Anyway, let's not worry about our failures, because there are only a couple of them. This run went very, very smoothly all the way around. For that, I'm thankful. Nice jump there. Magnet Missile getting a little bit of a workout, because again, as long as there aren't any projectiles, it does home in properly. And the Nutted and Boldens are very simple to strike down with that. Electric Spines aren't even going to be a threat. Do we need to worry about the trash cubes here? Of course not. We're going to get ourselves right to the boss shutter after this third one. And that means we're going to get ourselves to one of the hardest Doc Robot rematches, and that's Quickman. How tough is he on the Genesis? We're about to find out. Well, if I remember correctly, he's about as fast as he was in Mega Man 2, which means he's not that fast at all. That body still hurts to ram into, but that's not a big deal. You can just get hit by the boomerangs if you really want. I'd rather not get hit by anything here, but at the same time, as long as we can get our Search Snake to connect, this guy is going to be gone just as quick as he thinks he is. That works for me. 2 down, 6 to go. I always get confused by that slow delay on the transporting out there. Oh well. Like usual, we get you saves after each Doc Robot stage. And now this one, Doc Needle. As a kid, I always used to dread this stage just because of that rush jet section. Always trying to fly around every enemy, and by the time I got to the end of the section, well, didn't have enough rush jet energy to get past it, even with collecting all the pellets. I am just surprised, though, at that opening how useful Gemini Laser is proving. Guess I really wanted to put it to the test back then, huh? That said, Rush Jet is going to come in handy for the majority of this stage, even before we get to the part where you absolutely are required to use it. Needles come in just like they always do, so no big deal there. That giant spring head. Well, we got the missile, so we can avoid getting hit there. Nice job. In case another free E-Tank. Don't need them. We're going to always take them if they're right in our path. That one was close enough. And trying to do a Gemini laser here, not advised, because that little guy is just a bit too fast to be hit by it. No biggie. And now for the part where Spark Shock actually is useful. The few bosses that it does great work with. Airman being one of them. Again, more expert dodging there of the tornado patterns. Oh yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Oh, that one's in the way. I didn't expect us to dodge all of them. That is a tough fit to get around, by the way. I'm glad this isn't a no-damage run of the whole game. We'd still be recording, probably. Anywho, rush jet time. And unlike on the NES version, you kind of want to hang down low because of how slow the parachuting ninjas are. This gives you all the time in the world to just fly right under them. Works for me. Still, always employ that hop and don't stop strategy because look at how much rush jet energy we have. We've barely used anything. Now, granted, we did pick up a couple of weapon pellets along the way, but we'd probably still be halfway full had we had just kept on going the whole way through. Again, don't try to topspin the pogo sticks or you are going to get smacked by them. They are immune to our topspin kicks. This big ol' Met is not immune to Search Snake, although I would have liked to have made a little more contact there. 4 Search Snakes will take it down. Oh, come on down, big guy. I got it. There you go. What were you think you were doing there, little Met? You aren't getting us. Now we get to the part with the flying Mets, and, again, everything just seems a little slower with them on here. I'm fine with that, too. Making good use of our weapons. Kind of a preview of things to come later on in this whole game. Can probably get 3 of the 4 Search Snake shots off you need. We took that hit because, well, we wanted to get this done fast. After all, this was one of the 2 stages we had that failed run on. Eh. Meanwhile, we're already coming up on nearly the halfway mark. Just gotta get past that last little porcupine guy, spiky dude, whatever you want to call it. Get on over to the boss gate. And maybe not pull out hard knuckle because, like I said, there's a 1/4 second delay before that thing fires off now. And when it comes to Crashman, who jumps the moment you press the fire button, yeah, he's going to not jump into our fist or be hit right off the bat. So, I give up. Top spin's your other weakness, and really in this game it's your main one, even though it's going to take 7 kicks. And if you're quick enough pulling back after the kick, you won't get hit. And that's why we're able to get through this fight just fine. First time around, a little more stubborn, kept trying to use hard knuckle. That's not a good idea. Stop being so hard-headed, me. Spin to win. And those were the 2 stages that gave us trouble, so I guess the rest of this video is going to be pretty smooth sailing. And no, I'm not being sarcastic, it's going to be relatively easy. Next up on the list is Doc's Shadow, which I think is the 3rd most difficult stage, or 2nd easiest, whichever you want to say. Just watch out here, those spikes are a little threatening. Yeah, we're going to take the hit there, no big deal. We already got through this before, and we can get through it again. I do like the fact, though, that we're not dropping straight down from the ladder and the fear that that spike set on the side is going to harm us. Also note how hard knuckle, while it's not good against enemies that are fast, it still hits the big boys down and nothing flat. Perfect. Yeah, platforms here take longer to open up, but once they do, yeah, you're going into the pit if you're not careful, so let's not mess around and bring out our good old canine friend again. Come on, Rush, let's go. No idea why we're trying to preserve weapon energy here, because this is a very short flight. Maybe we want to use it for the second half of the stage, after we get past our next customer, who again is the big cheater himself. Ah, Woodman. Well, we do have Needle Cannon, and we are going to use it. There is one thing you gotta watch out for in this fight, and that's that our shots are not going to go through his shield toss like they would in the NES game. So you're still gonna have to hop over Leaf Shield here, and then get your hits in. Otherwise, you're gonna get deflected. Yeah, that's why you see the little delay there. Still, it's not gonna take too many passes. Could do it in 2. Might have to do it in 3, depends how this round goes. Looking good. Aw. Well, one more toss isn't the end of the world. We've got our victory hops. We've got our no damage fight against Woodman. That feels good. After that, we get some Hammer Joes, and again, the hard knuckle timing deal might throw you off. Yeah. Wasn't ready for that. Gotta get a little closer, but then you still have to be ready to slide under, because those hammers will come out right about when he opens that eye up. You're warned. Now this time, I don't want to mess around too much. We could bring out Magnet Missile for this. They will hit the target. And in fact, we are. Watch this. Can't see him? Ah, sure you can. At least Magnet Missile does. This is the one room in the game I would say it's perfect to use it for. Just take it nice and slow so that you don't get ambushed here. And you can get across that dangerous little field of fire. No trouble whatsoever. Man, this is really the video where we want to make all the weaker weapons shine, huh? Now, Top Spin does work on Dock Heat as well. A little surprised we're going to be showing off Shadow Blade. I mean, that weapon's great. Gee, I wonder if that first toss is going to be dodged this time. Whew, that was a tough one. That makes things really simple again. I like how free this fight is. Mega Man 2 on the NES, that first jump is a doozy. Here, it's just not even a jump. And you are not a problem. Cool off. That would have made more sense if we used a water-based weapon. That's not in this one. Nope. And we're in the home stretch now. Last and least, at least when it comes to difficulty, it's Doc Gemini. As let's face it, the hardest section to get past in this stage is the opening screen with all the enemies. So how about we just take a certain dog and just rush right over all that trouble? Yeah. Enemies here now shooting orange fire instead of the blue they were the first time around. Not a big deal. I knew from the get-go that we were going to be sailing over this screen. It is one of my least favorite parts to do in the NES game, at least with a no damage run. And here, well, we don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, I don't want to spend an extra couple of minutes here. Not when we're so close to the goal, and this recording session's been going pretty darn well. Going down, and right into the bottom. Well, I said smoothly, but every now and then there's going to be a hiccup like that, or shooting the wrong egg. Look, it happens. Try your best not to do that again as you create a sliding lane for yourself here. At least you can see the Mega Buster pellets going all the way across the screen and not just being stopped by the edge like they would be on the NES. And just slide our way through all of this. And you can just keep hitting these things at long distance. Why make everything so difficult? You don't really have to. Just stay back far enough so those eggs don't hatch their trouble right on your face. And, yeah, boss time again. Flashman's up next, and, well, that means Gemini Laser. Sure, why not? Already saved this in a couple stages. Again, though, if you do miss a hit with this, it's annoying just because you have to wait for it to go off the screen. Just be ready for him to jump when you fire. Nice shooting, Tex. There you go. Just a couple more and you got this. Come on, hit him. Perfect. I'm not sure that counts as a 360 no-scope, but we will take it. Never did like this part after the shutter, because if you're out of rush jet and coil, you're not getting up here. You've soft-locked. Would have been nice if they would have added a platform, but still, it's very tough for you to get into that sort of trouble. Now, we could pull out Rush Marine for this section, but nah. I'd rather stay topside. Avoid all these missiles. Avoid the Poddins. It's, nothing to it. Again, can't try doing top spin with the Poddins, so just let them drop their tops right on you. Then you can shoot them, and for some reason, all three of these decided to be nice and drop health. I'll gladly accept that, because, you know, this final Robot Master from Mega Man 2, he's obviously the toughest one of the bunch. I mean, Bubble Man? Come on. Whew. Water bosses, I'm telling you, they're the hardest. Okay, that time it was sarcasm. I do like fighting Bubble Man, though. Oh, but I will say when you are fighting Bubble Man, don't bother pulling out Rush Jet and, fighting him on a different level. It's not going to work. In other words, he's still going to shoot. He won't get soft-locked himself and just freeze there waiting for you to be on the same sea level as you. I think that makes sense. Probably not. Anywho, he's not going to start right off the bat with shooting. He'll give you a second. So you can get a couple free hits in. Probably 3 or 4. Other than that, this fight's as easy as it's always been. And... okay, me. Sure. Rush Marine it is. I guess we had to show everything off in this run. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful. Play with your food too much and it's bound to bite back at some point. Not this time, though. All 8? Done. And that means we're on to the last part of this, because there's the one behind it all. Nothing's gonna change after we beat Breakman. Nope. Credits are gonna roll. Everything's gonna be fine. Game over. Fight taking back in Hardman stage, I guess. Also, like I said, that smaller sprite of his can be kind of annoying in terms of where you need to dodge. He'll just hop right on you, even though you should have that safe spot down there. Not the case. That honestly makes this one of the harder fights in the game. At least to avoid taking damage on. To me, anyway. Can't get him doing the running very much here. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna get through them. And we are going to be done with Mega Man 3 and this project. Even though we said this was going to be 7 videos long. Wonder what's gonna happen. I thought this fight would be over by now. I was ready for the joke to end. Thanks. Let's go see our ending. Yeah, right. Great googly moogly. Dr. Light's eyes are back again. Something must have went wrong. Uh-huh. What? You gotta be kidding me. That crazy Dr. Wily gone done did it again. Guess we're gonna have to teach him a lesson for the 3rd time. Coming up next time on Mega Man 3 The Wily Wars replay runs. I'll see you there. And I'll see you, Dr. Wily, for another beatdown. Later.